Or maybe.
Would you move? Mark.
You look like this is real, Scott.
It is real.
April Fools.
Not yet. Wait for it.
When you, okay, we're waiting.
That's my line. My line to say, wait for it.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mom. You want me? I'm recording now, right?
That's
Like,
fine.
Never been.
Oh, look how comfortable Rusty looks.
Yeah, really.
Good night.
It's almost past my bedtime.
I know, David's the same way.
Okay, Graham. At the book? Yes. Yes, smile at the book.
Big Eugene.
Well, y'all are, I'm gonna have to go get a blanket.
Yeah, probably.
You're working the videographer.
huh?
The videographer.
Yes, I am.
I don't know if this is my best size.
I don't know. I'm just down the aisle right now.
His mama did.
Yes, fucking do. You know better, Mom.
Spent a winter in that farmhouse we grew up in. And learned where something more.
Is it good stuff? Down the aisle. It's on. It's recording.
Smile at the book.
You turn it the way over here.
About halfway between. Right. Now turn this way. Face this
They
way.
want to
There
sit.
you go, right there.
So you,
Yes, got it. We're all waiting on you. Everybody.
It's the way it should be.
You don't have my
After talking to Chrissie, she's late for everything.
Oh, I thought that was the start of it. It's so cold out here in the house.
sound didn't see it.
It's cold.
I can't see. They're in the way.
All right, walk around that way.
Good evening and welcome. Scott and Chrissie are so glad to have you here on this beautiful spring evening. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you to make sure that all your electronic devices are on silent. Love is a miraculous gift, and a wedding is a celebration of that magic. And that is why we are here today. We are gathered together to be overjoyed for and with Scott and Chrissie, who are so wonderfully suited to one another, and that it is a pure delight for the rest of us to see how happy two people can be. They are the example of the love that in its light-heartedness dissolves the notion of love as hard work. They are the promise of possibility, the expectation of joyful surprise. Marriage is a special place, the sheltered environment in which we can endlessly explore ourselves in the presence of one another, in which we can offer the possibility of true reflection of another. As the writer Richard Bach has so beautifully stated, a soulmate is someone who has locks that fit our keys, and keys to fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out, and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not for who we're pretending to be. Each unveils the best part of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction. Our soulmate is the one who makes life come to life. Marriage is the protected environment in which a love that is personal and touching and real can grow and develop in us our highest capabilities as loving human beings. We are each still and always growing. And when we marry, we promise not only our own growth, but also our willingness to witness and withstand the ongoing growth of another human being. That is because in marrying, we promise to love not only as we feel right now, but also as we intend to feel. In marriage, we say not only, I love you today, but also, I promise to love you tomorrow, the next day, and always. Scott and Chrissie, I remind you that marriage is a precious gift, a lifelong dedication to love, and a daily challenge and choice to love one another more fully and more freely. Now I ask you, do you, Scott, take Chrissie to be your beloved wife, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? On this special day, in the presence of family and friends as witnesses, you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Chrissie and support her in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow. Do you promise to love her completely, to console and comfort her during difficult times, to laugh with her and to grieve with her, to share with her life's simplest and most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with her, and to cherish her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Chrissie, take Scott to be your beloved husband, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? On this special day, in the presence of family and friends as witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Scott and support him in times of sickness and in times of health, times of joy and times of sorrow? Do you promise to love him completely, to console and comfort him in difficult times, to laugh with him and to grieve with him, to share with him life's simplest and most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with him, and to cherish with him for as long as you both shall live? Do we have the rings? Scott, would you take Chrissie's hand? Would you place the ring upon her finger? Look her in the eye. Simply repeat after me. I, Scott, take you, Chrissie,
I, Scott, take you, Chrissie,
as my lifelong partner for life.
as my partner for life. Lifelong partner for life.
Chrissie, would you take Scott's hand? Place the ring upon his finger. Repeat after me. I, Chrissie, take you, Scott, to be my partner for life. You're making a lifelong commitment to share the rest of your lives with each other, and you have said that. Your relationship is symbolized in these rings, but is also going to be symbolized through these containers of sand, each representing all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. Each container and yourselves hold your own beauty, strength, and character. They can stand on their own and be whole without the need of anything else. Just like the sands are blended together, you two are blended together, represent an entirely new and extraordinary love relationship. A mixture of lasting beauty that forever enriches the combination. The life that each of you have experienced until now, individually, will hereafter be inseparably united, for the two shall become one. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage be. Now the part you've been waiting for. Scott and Chrissie, by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you married. Sir, you may now kiss your bride. Thank you, baby.